parents told everyone I died at birth, but I've been living in our soundproof basement for 16 years. They say I'm cursed because I'm a leap year baby and can only exist on February 29th. My parents told everyone I died at birth. I only exist one day every 4 years. The other 1,460 days, I disappear into a soundproof room in our basement, fed through a slot like an animal they're too ashamed to put down. They say seeing me between birthdays will curse our family, but I know the truth. I'm the affair child, the bad luck baby, the mistake that only gets to be real every leap year. The room became my world before I could even crawl. A leap baby, the nurse had said. How special. Mom's eyes went wild. She'll only exist sometimes, she whispered. That's perfect. That's the answer. I later found out that she was diagnosed with schizophrenia and refused to take her meds. Dad was hammered when they brought me home. He's always hammered, but that day he was the kind of hammered where he agrees to anything. Mom explained her plan while he nodded along, bourbon sweating through his pores. She's cursed, you understand? His baby. But there's a loophole. Leap babies don't exist except on their day. We keep her hidden. She can't spread the curse. The room was ready within a week. Soundproofing foam covered every inch. A slot at the bottom of the door, just big enough for food trays. A small bathroom attached. A camera in the corner so they could check if I was still alive without having to see me. No windows, no light switch I could control. Just a bare bulb that turned on twice a day for meals. I learned to count by scratching marks on the wall. 1,461 scratches between each time the door opened. Between each time Mom would look at me with eyes that almost seemed sane and whisper, "Today you're real, baby. Today you exist." My brothers didn't know about me for years. Mason and Luke, born 13 months after me, on a normal day, a safe day. They got bedrooms upstairs and birthday parties every year. I watched their feet through the crack under my door, listened to them laugh at cartoons I'd never see. Mom told them the basement was dangerous. Toxic mold, she said. One breath and you'd die. But kids don't listen. Mason found me when he was 7 and I was 8, though I'd only celebrated 2 birthdays. He'd kicked his ball down the stairs and chased it, ignoring Mom's shrieking warnings. He pressed his face to the slot in my door, 2 eyes meeting mine. "There's a girl in here," he screamed. Mom dragged him away, and I heard the slap echo through the house. "That's not a girl," she told him. "That's an echo, a ghost. If you see it again, our whole family dies." Even she believed her lies. The worst part wasn't the isolation. It was hearing life happen without me. Birthday songs sung upstairs while I sat in darkness. Christmas mornings where wrapping paper rustled above my head. Mom's good days when her medication worked and she'd make cookies. The smell drifting through the vents while I ate cold rice through my slot. Dad tried once. I could tell by his shuffling footsteps, the way he stood outside my door for hours. "Linda," he slurred to Mom. "This ain't right. She's still our daughter." Mom's voice went sharp, the way it did before her bad episodes. "Your daughter? Your daughter? You want the curse in our house? You want Mason and Luke to die because you're too weak to protect them?" The shuffling footsteps never came back. I taught myself to read from the books Mom sometimes threw through the slot, always about curses, demons, protection spells. By 10, I understood schizophrenia better than most doctors. I knew Mom's patterns, when the voices would come, when she'd pace above my room muttering about the curse spreading through the floorboards. I knew Dad drank more on the days she got bad. I knew my brothers had learned to pretend I didn't exist. February 29th, 2020, my 4th birthday. 12 years old, but only 4 birthdays were celebrated. Mom opened the door and I blinked in the hallway light like a mole. She decorated streamers and balloons, a cake with 4 candles. "Today you're real," she sang, manic energy crackling around her. "Today the curse sleeps." Mason and Luke hid behind Dad, terrified of the basement ghost their mother sometimes acknowledged. I tried to speak but barely remembered how. When you only talk one day every 4 years, words feel strange in your mouth. "Hi," I managed. Luke started crying. "Make it go back," he whimpered. "It's scary." The hope I'd carried for 1,461 days shattered. Even on my real day, I wasn't real to them. That's when the seizures started. Maybe from the darkness, the malnutrition,